Good morning, dear listeners. Today, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to download the Padlet onto your phone, how to log in, and then finally, how to join a Padlet, as well as use your class Padlet. So to download the Padlet, on our home screen, we scroll and look for Play Store. As you can see on my home screen, I have my Play Store here. So I touch the icon for the Play Store. When the icon for the Play Store opens, in the search box, at the top of the different apps that you've been given, I type Padlet. As I'm typing Padlet, you will notice that I have already been given a few links to download the Padlet. Let me select this Padlet app download option. When I select the Padlet download option, a number of options appear, and let me select this option where I am seeing Padlet with an icon in black. So when I click on that icon, I read through, and then I understand that one, that Padlet is going to consume 23 megabytes of my space, of my data, and a number of people have used it. So the next option is to click on the install button, to touch the install button. Wait for the Padlet to download onto your device. As you can see, it is still downloading. This download will be fast or slow depending on the speed of your device. Once the Padlet has finished downloading, it is installed. As you can see, the installation process is ongoing. And then after the installation process is ongoing, I have to enable the Padlet app. And then finally, I open the app. After I have opened the app, you have options of getting into this Padlet. As of now, it is calling you a stranger. Why? Because you have neither signed up nor logged in. Therefore, you have the option of logging in using your email account. You have the option of signing up by creating an account on the Padlet, or you can continue visiting the Padlet as a guest. But since we want to use the Padlet continuously on our device every now and then to submit our homework, the best option to select is to log in. So let us touch the login button. When you touch the login button, you're given options to log in with Google, to log in with Microsoft, or you sign in with Apple, or log in with email and password. The last option of logging in with email and password assumes that you have signed up on the Padlet. But since we haven't yet signed up on the Padlet, since I did not sign up on the Padlet, let us log in with Google. So I'm touching the button for Google. When I touch the button for Google, it will request me to associate the Padlet with any account I have already opened on the device. So, on my device, I have 2 Gmail accounts. So let me select one of them so that I can continue as a Padlet user with that account. So let me select this second account. It will load and load until when it gets to that option. You notice that it hasn't asked for a password simply because I already I already assigned this device to work with, I already assigned my Gmail account to work on this device. So that's why you've seen it wasn't asking for a password. That is for the case of a mobile phone. I'll create another tutorial for the laptop, and we shall see that with the laptop, you are required to enter your password since the Padlet is being used on a laptop for the first time. So, let us continue. When you get to the Padlet, that is the dashboard on your mobile phone, it welcomes you by name and gives you options. For example, you can make a Padlet. In your account, you're free to create 3 Padlets and share with your friends. So, to create the 3 Padlets, you have to click on Make. You can join a Padlet. How do you join the Padlet? You must have a link sent to you to join a Padlet. You can check the gallery of your Padlet. You can search within your Padlet. And when we click on the 3 dots, it will give you other options that you can work with in your Padlet, including logging out, which is the last option at the bottom of your Padlet. Okay. Now, let us go a step back. We don't want to log out. We don't want to change the settings in our Padlet. We want to join a Padlet. So, let us join a Padlet by clicking on the Join button. Now, when we click on the Join button, we are presented with an option nearby. Are there any Padlets broadcasted by people around you? It is seeing none so far, because I've just joined the Padlet. I can also join the Padlet by scanning a QR code sent to me, but I don't have the QR code sent to me. Therefore, we are going to use the option of pasting a URL that has been shared with us. Now, on the holistic platforms, they have shared with you Padlets for all the classes, Senior 1, Senior 2, Senior 3, and Senior 5. So, let us see how we can go about that. We need to paste a URL that we received in our WhatsApp groups in the option of paste URL. So that means I will have to go to the WhatsApp group. So at this juncture, I'm going to go to a WhatsApp group. I'm going to go to a WhatsApp group. So I have to search through this group and get all the Padlets that were sent to me at one time. Okay, here is the message I received for all the Padlets. Let me select one Padlet. So, when you when you touch a link for a particular Padlet, that link is transferred from this WhatsApp group to the clipboard of this device, to a memory location, a temporary memory location of this device. I'm doing this to show you that when you touch in a link, the link is being copied to somewhere in the memory, so that when you go back to joining the Padlet, you just paste that link. So let us go back to where we were creating our Padlets from. So how was I switching back and forth in between these app windows? Majority of the phones have a button to the extreme right at the bottom of the screen. Majority of the times that button is a square button. That button, when you touch it, it brings all the apps, the windows and the apps that are open. So you just scroll and look through a particular window of an app that you are interested in, and then you select that app. So next, I want to paste the URL that I have copied in the previous action. So you can see when I select paste URL, it brings me to the paste URL dialog box, and it asks me to paste from the clipboard. So I'll select the option paste from the clipboard. You will see that as soon as I say paste from the clipboard, it brings the Padlet link that I last touched in the WhatsApp group. And then next, I have to click on submit. So as soon as I click on submit, as soon as I touch the submit button, the Padlet starts loading. Depending on how fast my device is, you will finally see the Padlet appearing on the screen. So finally, the Padlet has been loaded onto the screen. So, ladies and gentlemen, that That is how we access the Padlet. So that is lesson 1. I am going to create another video showing how to work around a Padlet like this one of Senior 2 that I have just loaded into my Padlet app. Thank you for listening.